see how I could get that mixed up.
I'm that guy. I've seen episodes. I don't want to have people who are like, well, if you gave it a chance, blah, 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 blah.
No.
But me watching four vapid women talk nonsense isn't my idea of entertaining. I'm okay that people like it. I'm even okay that people like the movie. But this one, it seems like a vague shadow of what I already thought was a terrible premise. So.
Well, I walked in on the film when I used to work at the Regal Cinemas, and it really just seemed like the TV show. I mean, it didn't. I mean, what with that premise, what can you really bring to the big screen?
Right.
And not to mention that I happened to walk in on a poop joke, which I thought was kind of not very exciting.
Right. And I'm not a big fan of that kind of humor, whether or not it's a guy or a girl doing it.
Yeah.
It's mostly because I'm not 14 anymore. Even when I was 14, I don't think I thought it was especially funny.
Poop jokes.
Right.
Yeah.
But
anyway, it seems weird because it doesn't seem like the film would cater to that sort of crowd.
Right.
But apparently it does.
Yeah, well, I don't know what girls talk about when I'm not around.
That's true.
Apparently, poop. So, there is another movie coming out, and I'm hoping that it comes around here, and you might not have any interest in it, and I'm really not even sure what it's about, to be honest with you.
Good.
But it's Micmacs.
Uh-huh.
And it's Jean-Pierre Jeunet, who has directed some of my favorite movies of all time.
Right.
Amelie, which I intensely love, City of Lost Children, A Very Long Engagement, and let's not forget what many people believe to be his best film, and that is Alien Resurrection.
I heard a lot of people say that, actually.
So,
Did he not direct Delicatessen as well?
Oh, yeah, my bad. Delicatessen, which is another fantastic movie.
Yeah. A little bit more disjointed. I really like City of Lost Children.
Yeah. He is an excellent director visually.
Oh, definitely.
He uses color very, very deliberately.
Yeah.
Amelie, City of Lost Children have some of the greenest greens you will ever see in a film.
He really likes green, really, in general.
Very Long Engagement is actually the most jaundiced film I've ever seen. It seems like there's a yellow filter over the entire movie.
I've never seen that film.
It's another good one. I think the rest of his movies kind of have this very fantastical nature to them, and this one, it does still, but to a lesser extent. It feels more just like an odd war piece, but it's still very good. So that opens this weekend, but again,
we will not be getting it around here this weekend.
I can't imagine that we will.
But it could pop up at the Esquire.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. But yeah.
Splice.
Oh, God.
I'm excited about Splice.
Yeah, me too.
A science fiction film that looks like it's well made.
Yeah.
And it has some good actors and actresses in it.
Adrian Brody.
Yeah, but the girl...
Sarah Polley?
Yes, Sarah Polley is in it.
Yeah. Both of whom I really enjoy. And, this is going to be a big summer for Adrian Brody. Splice and the new Predators film.
Well, is he just making alien films now?
Oh, yeah. He's like, man, I tell you what, the money is not in Wes Anderson movies.
Right. Yeah, that's probably true.
It is true. But
and he's like, I gotta make a paycheck.
Hey, if he does a Predators movie and that allows him to work with Wes Anderson for the next 3 films, I'm cool with that.
Has he been in that many Wes Anderson films?
He's been in 2. The Darjeeling, which
right.
I did enjoy.
Oh, I did too. But
and his one singular line in The Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh.
I don't know if you remember, but there's a little mouse who just says, "I want to help." And we're like, that was weird. And then you get to the credits, and that one little line, or some variation of that line, is Adrian Brody. So
he may have even just cut it out of something from the Darjeeling, just stuck it in there.
Yeah, it's very possible. So.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess let's go ahead and wrap this up. Recapping the show tonight. Black Christmas, the original.
I would recommend Black Christmas, once again, to people who like thrillers or horror movies. It's certainly not... It's kind of considered an old slasher, but Like I said, there's not a whole lot of gore in it.
Okay.
It's just as suspenseful as it is what people would consider nowadays to be a horror film.
Okay. The Descent 2. No?
Well, I don't think we can recommend it to anybody. Like I said, I could recommend it to people who like cheesy horror films by itself, but
Yeah.
not only does the ending ruin it, but it is very linked to the original film.
Right. So,
Including having many of the same actresses. Well, two of the same
yeah.
actresses.
Yeah. So, yeah, everything would either be out of context for you or it's probably just not worth it. There's enough other terrible horror movies if you're into that.
Right.
So.
And terrible horror movies that are good.
Right, yeah, yeah. And finally, Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans. Yeah, adamantly can recommend this. Like I said, it fulfilled my wildest dreams on what I was expecting from this film. It was funny, it was dark, it was well shot, it was well acted. Yeah. And there are iguanas. Oh, and I have to tell you, hands down my favorite part. Can I talk about it? I don't think I'm giving anything away. I won't go into the story of it.
Are you going to talk about right after he smoked some crack with Exhibit?
Yes. Can I? Pretty please?
Maybe you could say that it's your favorite part, but not give away.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's glorious.
If you watch it,
keep an eye out.
The part after he smokes crack with Exhibit is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in just about any movie because it's so random.
Yeah.
And the way they choose to interpret what Nicolas Cage says is glorious.
Classic.
Yeah.
It's classic.
So, but by and large, yeah. It was a mixed bag tonight. One good, one bad. That's, par for the course. So, until next time, hopefully we'll get this up and we're going to start.
I think so.
We need to start writing blogs and things, actual written reviews.
Yeah.
So.
Because you can't get enough of us.
Right. And believe it or not, I have a lot of faith in Ryan's writing style. He has a good voice for writing.
I appreciate that.
Mine seems a little, I don't want to say second grade, but I do write in crayon. So, I guess until next time, I am Drew Martin.
And I'm Ryan Vincent.
And this has been Coming Off the Reels.
Let's go watch Human Centipede again.
I kid you.